Alright, Shalom. I'd like to say Kahalayim, Wahawadla, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Right, the balance the apostles and others of great Milton and Rubel. Peace and blessings to Yakim around the world that push this truth to the four corners of the earth. Right, in sincerity and in truth. Right, this is Yarabaye. So I'll do a video on this article. Right, it came out the 24th of May. Sorry, 24th of March 2020, right? Like 6 days ago. It's the House Financial Services Committee creates new digital dollar. And we know all these kind of things is just steps closer being taken to what? The implementation of the RFID chip, which we were taught to be what? The mark of the beast. And we could actually see through the scriptures and through the prophecies that it is the mark of the beast. Right? Talking about buying and sell, not being able to buy and sell or so forth without it. And we see this is what society leading to right now. Right? That digital currency. It's updated on the 24th of March 2020. It's at 11:45 a.m. instead of the final version of the electronic stimulus package offered by Speaker Pelosi for the House Democrats no longer includes the US digital dollar proposal. However, it said the language as proposed by Chairwoman Waters, right, of the House Financial Service Committee still contains this language. It still links to the original and update stimulus bill with the latest language at end of the story. Right? I wouldn't read the whole article, but I'll post the article itself in the description, whoever it is who will want it for themselves. Right? It says the markets continue to drop and the US looks to Congress for agreement on a massive stimulus package to save the economy from impacts of the coronavirus pandemic, because this is the coronavirus is one of the means that they're using to push this agenda also. You understand, because they're talking about things like the corona can be transferred through money and all these different excuses they're using to help forward the agenda. Right, so said the newest offer by House Democrats include a very forward-looking kind of stimulus. It's the creation of a digital dollar and the establishment of digital dollar wallets. So you see, there was slowly but surely getting us used to this concept when they bring out things like credit cards. So you'll be used to the concept of a credit system, and then they bring out things like Bitcoin and all these different things to help to get you used to the sense of not using dollars, because eventually, because that's how the devil is work, right? That's how it does work through programming and society. They will slowly get you used to something until they implement it fully, and that is what I was doing with this digital currency also. Getting us used to not actually handling physical money, but dealing with credits until eventually the mark is implemented. Right? They say in what will send shockwaves through the cryptocurrency and blockchain industry. They say particularly for those following central bank digital currencies around the world. It said this signals the US is serious in establishing infrastructure for a central bank digital currency. And even here in Trinidad and Tobago, I believe is Republic Bank, they have a wristband that they was advertising the other day with digital currency, because all of them rally on the same agenda, trying to get the people used to this whole digital swipe your hand kind of concept. And we know what all these things lead to. The RFID chip, which is what? The mark of the beast, which will also have your money in it that you wouldn't be able to buy or sell without it. Right? They say both Speaker Pelosi's Take Responsibility for Workers and Families Act and the financial protections and assistance of America's consumers. It's the states, businesses, and Vulnerable Populations Act, HR 66321, and all these acts about the Constitution and your freedom of this and that. They just slowly but surely put things in place, whereas your freedom can be taken away, so that when they implement these things on you, you know, you wouldn't be able to resist them, right? They would already put things in place so that they could force it upon you. At least that is for the ones that they don't use some kind of trickery to get them to take it. The others who don't fall for it that easy, they'll find means to force it upon you, right? It's introduced by Chairman Wax Waters of Financial Services Committee, introduced these concepts today as a way of delivering the economic stimulus payments to U.S. citizens. It said the bill establishes a digital dollar, which is defined as a balance expressed as a dollar value consisting of digital ledger entries that are recorded as liabilities in the accounts of any Federal Reserve Bank, right? And they say how to refer to it as a balance expressed as a dollar value, because before your original federal notes, it used to express like a particular amount of gold until eventually they remove that, and now they're going to give you a digital credit which expresses a dollar, which almost has the same value as a dollar, and this will be recognized by whoever it is, down for the cause. All these big industries, like you'll see Amazon have this swipe and go nonsense, and all these big businesses are already down for the order. So they're putting things in place where it will have places for you to shop when these things are implemented. And if the big businesses are actually dealing with it, then the small businesses will have to go along. You understand? Federal Reserve Bank, or an electronic unit of value, is redeemable by an eligible financial institute, right? Eligible. Eventually all will become eligible because they are the ones that pull the strings. Once the ones high up do it, the ones lower down have to comply at some point. It says determined by the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System. It says additionally, a digital dollar wallet is identified as a digital wallet or account maintained by a Federal Reserve Bank on behalf of any person. So they actually they maintain in your account. So, and this will even make it easier for if they want to overtax you, or they want to take money for whatever they seem fit, they could just take your money out because your money won't be physical anymore. You understand? So in the back of it being a wicked thing is also a means of oppression. You understand? Or a means of complete control, because they will have complete control over your currency. They could do whatever they want, tax you how much ever they want. If they don't like you, they could even stop you from spending on the whole. Right? I'll read from It says additionally, a digital dollar wallet is identified as a digital wallet or an account maintained by the Federal Reserve Bank on behalf of any person. So it's maintained by the Federal Reserve Bank, that represents holdings in an electronic device or service that is used to store digital dollars that may be tied to a digital or physical identity, right? So your means of spending will also be tied to your means of identity. So in that same chip, the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip, you will have your wallet. That'll be a wallet, that'll be an ID, that'll be a passport. You understand? That'll be every single thing in one. So that's like how usually if you have a Visa card, you'll have to go and swipe your Visa and present your ID. With what they want to do is that when you swipe, everything shows up. You wouldn't need for all these separate identifications, and means everything is one, right? It say a mandate also requires all member banks establish a pass-through digital dollar wallet to all customers eligible for the stimulus. So all banks will have to be done for the cause, or else you can't be a bank. All right. It say member banks, including those banks that are members of the Federal Reserve and regulated by the Fed. It say additionally non-member state banks, those that not members of the Federal Reserve and regulated by the FDIC, could opt in to offer pass-through digital dollar wallets as well. But we know all banks will be down for it. Why? Because they're down for the system. Like I said, I wouldn't read the whole thing, you understand, but I would post a link in the description. But all these things just showing you, since this year start, we're just seeing one thing kicking off after the next. So we know that this is just stepping stones that they're skipping over until eventually they make the mark of the beast mandatory. And that is what we're waiting for. Because when that becomes mandatory, we know we know it's close, but when it becomes mandatory, we know that redemption Droid 9. You understand? We just waiting for these things to play off and trying to hold the faith and do what we're supposed to do until that time is over, so we could be out of here. Right? So I hope it was edifying. With that, I say shalom, stay strong.